What's up, guys? I'm back with another review. Not a movie review this time, another TV show, and it is Happyish. It's listed as season one, but unfortunately, this was the only season. So there's 10 episodes. You can see the entire run in this one set on DVD, or you can watch it on Showtime on demand. This series stars Steve Coogan as a guy who's hitting his midlife crisis. Seems like he has a pretty good life, though, right? He works as an ad executive. Seems like he's making good money. He's got a nice house, got a beautiful wife. He's got a kid. He seems to kind of have, things kind of figured out. But he's haunted by, I guess, what he feels like he doesn't have. And he's battling some depression issues and kind of being in a slump. Being on the antidepressants is causing him problems because it's affecting his sex drive, which affects the relationship he has with his wife because they both want to, get it on, but unfortunately they can't. He just has a lot of neurosis going on at the same time. He's worried that he's coddling his child, but then he's also worried that he's not coddling his child enough. At work, he's having intense problems because some new bosses came in, and as if the average age of his coworkers wasn't going way down as it is, now they're kind of shifting away from everything he knows about the way that advertising works. They want to try these bold new strategies. He works on the Keebler Elf account, and they want to ditch the cartoon elves and bring in actual little people. And there's just all kinds of crazy stuff happening at his work. At home, he's trying to make things work with his family, which is where he feels the most happy and most comfortable. But his wife is dealing with some issues because of her religion and her heritage, and they're having trouble with their kid. It's just things aren't going great for this guy and for his family. Even though they're trying to hold everything together. Basically, he just wants to find his place in the world and be happy, but he doesn't know what happiness is, and he doesn't know how to get it. This show is super dark. It's not just a dark comedy like some dark comedies are listed as, where it's kind of like, oh, it's a comedy, and then every once in a while it gets dark. This is a dark show, and I think that's why it had issues, and I think it's why it got canceled, is because it's the kind of show that you really have to invest some time in to get used to how dark and bleak it can be, so that you start to invest in the characters and understand what's going on. So I think it's one that unfortunately you just can't really get its hooks into a lot of people within 10 episodes. It needs a little bit longer to grow on people. It's probably not one that a lot of people are going to sit down and just instantly be reeled into, because it is kind of depressing and it makes you think of some pretty sad, somber things. But I mean, at the same time, it has a really sharp, razor sharp humor as well. It also has some really weird, surreal moments of comedy that are like, wow, just huge tension breakers. While he's stressing over the Keebler account, he has this dream where one of the elves has killed themselves. Ernie, the head elf, is about to kill himself, and somehow Steve Coogan ends up having sex with Ernie, the elf's wife, who is, of course, a cartoon elf. That's strange. An Amazon box comes to life and talks to his wife. So there's some really weird, surreal moments in here as well. Above all else, the show is just really smart, whether it's being super dark with the humor or being super outrageous with the humor. It's just a really smart, well-written, well-performed show. You've got Steve Coogan, who is great to play this kind of character. You've got Catherine Hahn, who is really good. Bradley Whitford is here as well. I think it's got a great cast. It's got good writing. I just wish it, had more than one season. I think it was going some interesting places, and I would have liked to have seen what could have happened a little bit later on. I don't think it was ever going to be a show that had like a 10-season run, because I think things would have just melted at some point because of how dark and depressing the show is. I don't think it would have been willing to drag things out longer than need be, but I definitely think it would have been good with the 2 or 3 seasons. But in any case, the first season, which is the only season, is available on DVD. So you can check that out. It comes with a digital copy if you get certain versions of it. So anyway, on DVD it looks fine. It is what it is. It looks like a newer TV show on DVD. If you watch it on Showtime on demand, you can see it in HD, obviously, which is better, obviously. I like this show. It does take a little bit of getting used to, but if you like Steve Coogan and Catherine Hahn, the style of humor should click into place pretty quickly. And like I said, it's just a shame that it only got 1 season. That's my review of Happyish. Like I said, it says season 1, but that's it. That's all you get, 1 season. Thank you so much for watching this review. I do greatly appreciate it. If you want to read my full write-up of Happyish, you can go to markfusion.com. It's there as well as a lot of other TV shows and over 1,000 movie reviews and new ones every single day, 7 days a week. I'm also on Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, Patreon, and Letterboxd at Mark Fusion. At Patreon, you get exclusive content, and if you follow me on Letterboxd, you can see what I'm watching and get an idea of what might be coming up here on the channel soon. But the best thing you do to help me out, as always, just hit that sub button. Free, easy, direct way to support me. Help me to keep making content, keep checking out all these TV shows, movies, all that Lifetime movies. I'm addicted to Lifetime movies. And also, a great way to help me out is just to watch the old videos. It's a huge help to get my view count up and my minute count up, more than you can possibly imagine. Those are the areas that YouTube cracks down on small channels like mine over. So watching an old video or two is a massive help to me. But thank you anyway for watching this one. I do greatly appreciate it. Hopefully I'll see you guys soon.